Hello, it's your girl Paula Marie, aka the EbonyBizDiva, and I am so excited that you joined me today because we are going to talk about an inexpensive, almost free 99 way for you to automate your video trainings, for you to reach audiences even without you going live over and over and over again. We're going to talk about how we can repurpose the existing content that we currently have through Webinarkit. Now, let me tell you, I've been using Webinarkit and I am a huge fan of it. The reason is because going live is my jam. I love going live, but I know that going live isn't going to get me all of the reach that my content deserves, because unless I go live 24 hours a day, there's no way that I'm going to be able to reach the masses that my products and my services deserve to reach. And not only that, we have to think about our consumer, our audience, right? We have to think about, how do we give them content when it's convenient for them? And so I know that there are several systems out there that will help you to automate your video trainings, and they have crazy monthly fees, but this one is pretty simple. It's a one-time lifetime fee. You get all the bells and whistles. In fact, in the 2 months that I've been using this product, they've already upgraded and leveled up their product, and I got the upgrades and the levels up included. So it's not that you're stuck with a basic plan and you've got to add on for the upgrades. No, you get the simple product of how to automate your content. And the upgrades that they have when you sign up, like chat ability, um, it's amazing. And pennies of what you would spend elsewhere. So let's get into it. I want to share my content with you really quickly, and let me share my screen. But before I share my screen, hey, let's take care of some business. Hit that bell. So here we are. We are on my main screen of Webinarkit. And I wanted to just share with you why I got excited about it and why I went ahead and I just said, let me just try this thing and see how it's going to really help me to optimize my content, right? And so its job is to make your webinars easy and to make it evergreen, right? And there's one-time pricing, so you're never ever going to be able to get this one-time pricing after it goes to a month to month. And it's going to go to a month to month pretty soon, okay? So some of the features that you're going to get inside of your Webinarkit is that it works with most browsers like Chrome and Safari. You know how sometimes your apps can be a little glitchy? These apps are not glitchy at all. And then it's optimized for desktop, your tablet, and your mobile phone. So it's really a great, clean, clear way for you to automate your existing content, right? You get to build beautiful landing pages, i.e. registration pages. And not only do you get to build great pages, but you get to boost your offers. And I do this a lot. You get to decide what time in the video your offers pop up, right? I love this feature because instead of you being salesy, throughout that entire video, you get to give them all the education and information that you want them to have. And then you give them the offer of that one-time special offer that you want to have. And it has a countdown. So I'm a fan of the countdown, honey. Give me a good countdown, okay? Because it creates that sense of urgency, right? And you get to pick at least 10 different times that you want your automation to be available. So when they populate onto the registration page, they're going to get these times to select from. So maybe it's only a Thursday at 7, but maybe it's every day at 2. You get to give those times out. It's pretty easy. And then they have what they call just in time, which I love, because even if those times don't work, they have a just in time scheduler that has a button that populates that says, hey, if you want to view this in the next 15 minutes, instead of waiting for one of the times below, they can click the just in time and instantly view your content within those 15 minutes. Now that is a game changer, because how many times have you signed up for a product and then forgot you signed up for the product? You got busy and you forgot. Like, no, am I the only one? I can't be the only one, okay? I know. They even have like live webinars in the live chat. That means that you can give your chat bot, okay, a name. So my chat bot is named Cardi, okay? Now you read into that what you want, all righty? But I also have that live chat, and you can ask the participants questions and you can receive the information back. And when they type in their answers, those answers automatically populate to your email. So you get an actual account of what Sarah said to the questions. So you can follow up with them later on to see how they like the webinar and really make it personable based on the information that they gave you during the live chat, right? So I love this option. It also tells you like the best times that your registrations are showing up. What are those hot times in the streets that people really want? And what are the times that people aren't checking for? So you can really figure out a system of what works for you. What's the schedule that works for you? So the analytics is very good. There's an email question box. So if they want to send you an email, they can email you and it'll go directly to your inbox. And they can do this during the webinar that they are viewing, right? And then you can automate your notifications so that they will receive updates on when this webinar is that they signed up for, right up into the 30 minutes before and the replay, if they have the replay. So if you want them to have access to the replay, you can have that itemized too. And I like that it integrates with so many email different servers. So they have ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ConvertKit. I'm a ConvertKit chick, okay? So I'll place my link for ConvertKit in the description. And MailChimp. I used to be a MailChimp girl too. So if you're a MailChimp person, then this will definitely integrate with your existing email system that you already have set up. And if you don't have an email system set up, then definitely click the link that I have for you in the description. And so it's loaded with all types of different integrations, and you can even go to script if that's what works for you, so that you can add your pixels for Pinterest, for Facebook, for Google onto these pages. So that is going to be a game changer, because your pixels is what helps you to follow those participants around these internet streets. So you definitely want to make sure you are optimizing your scripts. There is a one-time limited offer. Now, let me tell you, when I signed up for this, it was $69. So there's a one-time limited offer that they are asking for right now. And again, you get all the upgrades and all of the bells and whistles. Now, eventually this program will go to $99 per month, and it's definitely worth it, because I know for me, I've made hundreds of dollars per month using just the webinar kit. So just that investment alone, I've already made my money back, all right, and then some in the first month. So let me show you how easy it is to set up your webinar kit really, really quickly. $99 per month or $67 for the lifetime, right? So I'm going to take you to my dashboard. This is my dashboard. As you can see, I have a couple of these already that are out in these internet streets. So I'm going to go to my lead magnet and I'm going to hit the edit button. So when you click on this edit button, let's see if I can move me down out the way. All right. So when you click on this edit button, right, you have the option to use the URL of Vimeo or YouTube. So if you have video content that's uploaded to your YouTube, then I would suggest that you upload it there and make it unlisted, because then no one can access it unless they have the link, and it opens the link up for Webinarkit to use. So you save that and you go on to next. And here is when, let's click on it. And so here is where you make it active. Now, even if you're nervous about, I don't want to make it active until it's done, remember, nobody has the link. You got to share the link out. So go ahead and check this off first, because I'm sure you will forget to go back and do it, right? So just check it off. Just check it off. Go ahead and place your name, your title, and then what the subtitle and the description that you want, and then the duration. So you want to place the minutes of this webinar in here, because if you place the minutes of the webinar in, then it allows the consumer to make a decision if this is something that they definitely want. And the minutes of this, I think, is 21 minutes. Now, if it's an hour and 1 minute, then it would be 61 minutes, right? So you want to convert that time into minutes. And then you're going to add your presenters. So if you work with the team, this is where you can add presenters. And it's pretty easy. As you can see, I'm already added. But if I needed to add you as a presenter, this is how I would add it. I would just place your name, your bio, and your email, and a cute photo of yourself, and then add presenter. And voila, I've added you as a presenter as well. Now, your time frames of the webinar can change. They have the just-in-time scheduler, but you have to enable it. So I would suggest you do that. And then here, you can add up to 10 options. So let's add an option. So far, we've got an option for every day at 12, and then we have another option for every day at 7:15. Okay, so let's say that we want to add, let's delete the option for every day at 7:15. And let's add an option for not every day, but maybe every Tuesday, right? Let's do every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And we're going to change the time zone to Eastern. Let's see if we can find it. And it's always, oh, here it is. It's always a little like funny. I always look for New York because they've got every time zone. Like you would think, why do we have so many time zones in the world? But I'm on New York time, so I'm going to do New York time. Okay. And then that's it. You just add the date and you click it in there. Now, I'm going to do another time zone. It's going to be every day. And it's going to be at 3 p.m. I'm actually going to do 3 a.m. my time zone. Now, the reason why I did that is because on East Coast time, no one's going to look at that on my time zone. But if someone is across the pond, across the world, then 3 a.m. for me is actually 3 p.m. for them. And so think about that as you're building your strategy for adding dates, right? Because we're online, so our reach is going to be endless, and we want to make sure we're catering to everyone that is in the world that's searching for your products and your services, right? So let's hit save. And then after you hit save, Let's go to next. And then here is where you can build a standard page. You have the option to have the cover on the right side or the left, if you want a side image or a left image. And I've already built out this page, so we're just going to preview it. And this is where you can make it a little simpler if you like. As you can see, it has the countdown sessions. We're at 37. So there's a session that's about to pop off in like 33, 32, 31 seconds, right? So talk about that sense of urgency. And all they have to do is type their name and their email and hit register. That's it, honey bunches of oats. And then remember we built out the presenter information. This is where the presenter information lives. So that's what the preview of your webinar landing page looks like, but you can change that. Like you can make the background a little gradient. I don't know what that looks like. So let's just preview it and see if it changes anything, if it makes it different, right? Let's add an image and see if that makes it any different. Then it has the registration button background color. I don't like that color, so I'm going to change this to my branding color. Wow, okay. Let's click down in here. We're going to go to red. And we're going to scroll. I like the scroll. All righty. And let's preview that. See what it looks like. So it's still green, and I wanted to make sure I did that for you because let's go down to the bottom and save it. And then after we save it, let's preview it. Hey, voila. So make sure you hit your save button before you preview your options. That way you can see it in real time, what it looks like, baking and shaking in these streets, okay? But you can create a background image. If you want a background image, you just have to place the URL there. I really like building out these pages, but I like to keep my pages pretty simple. If you have a registration video URL, you can place that here. Also, if you have a custom thank you page text, you can place that here. I like to use this one. You will receive an email with the link of the training. Enjoy. So I like that. If you have a welcome email, just to let them know, place that above. If you have a thank you video URL, you can place that link there as well. Custom thank you button URL and a custom thank you button text. Now this is where it gets saucy. I like saucy. All right, so webinar title will be shown, the subtitle, do you want that to be shown? If it's different, definitely. Your description and your countdown timer. So you get to decide if you want to use these things or not in your landing page. Do you want the presenter's information set up? I would suggest it. And then the first name field will be shown. I have the last name field hidden. I don't feel like people want to give me all their information and we just met, you know. I'll get that later when we work together a little bit more. Telephone number field is there. So if you want to use it, it's there. And then you can brand your logo. And as you see, I have my logo here. So I'm going to save and then I'm going to hit next. And it's going to take me to the live webinar settings. So this is where I have checked off the box that I definitely want to email questions. I want that enabled, right? If I wanted the webinar live chat, I could enable that as well. And if I wanted to redirect attendees to another place after the webinar, I could do that by checking this off and then clicking that URL redirection there. So I've opted that once they see it, they actually get a live, they actually get an email that is sent directly to them when they finish. So that's why I don't direct them to that. And then the webinar offerings. Now, this is where you create like your headlines of the items that you want. So some of the headlines that I've had before in the past was to sign up for my Perfect Pinterest Blueprint Intensive online course, because that was what I was working for at that time, and it was open enrollment. And so you can offer the headline there, you can place a brief description, you can place your price. If you want to place your price, you can place whatever the price is for that course. And then you can have your call to action. Your call to action is what you want them to do, which is join now. And then you offer the URL, which has the special pricing on it. And you place all of that there. And this is the most important part. You can do a second call to action with a second URL. You can do a third call to action with a third URL. And this is where inside of the video, you decide, are you going to offer that like at minute 17? Or are you going to offer that at like minute 5? Are you going to wait until like minute 23? And then when does it come down? If I offer it at minute 23, does it come down at minute 26? So this is where you can be very strategic and then place that timer down. There's a countdown timer for the offer that you just gave them. So definitely add that countdown timer down. That's what you want. So because I opted not to have any of these options for this, I'm going to go ahead and make this do what it do and bring it back. But I wanted to show you all the options. Now you can add a poll. And if you add a poll, you can add a poll title, you can add the poll question, and then the time that the poll starts inside of the video. So maybe you want to add a poll like the first 2 minutes of the video just to spark some participation, make sure that people are still engaged and active and listening to what you have to offer. And then you have the poll end times, and you place it in minutes and in seconds. It's so specific and strategic, right? And you can add options to your poll here. So they have a lot of options inside of this webinar kit. I love it, freaking love it. Now, if you have a handout that you want to give out just to add more value, then this is where you would place the handout. You have the headline, the description, the call to action, which is grab your free handout, right? The URL in which they can grab the free handout too, right? And the start minutes that the handout option comes out, and to end. Now, I know it sounds like a lot, but during these automated webinars, people can feel that these are automated. You definitely want to keep them engaged. So if you have a freebie that you want to throw in, this is the perfect time and place to do that. So I would definitely do that, right? And we have the chat simulator. So we can stimulate a chat, right? So this is where you get to call your chat whatever you want to call her. And my chat, as I said before, is Cardi. And then Cardi might jump in the chat and ask a question like, you know, would you like to automate in your sleep? Boom. And you can decide the time, the minutes and seconds that you add that chat in there. So this takes your game to a whole different level, let me say. So again, you want to save any changes that you have, and then you want to hit the next button. And then when you hit the next button, it goes to your webinar notifications. And this is where you will have an automated email text. So if you have a custom email that you want to send, place it here. If not, no worries, because Webinarkit has a standard confirmation email that it sends, right? And they also have one for the 1-day reminder, the 30-minute reminder, and the automatic replay reminder. And these are your integrations. So if you have email already set up with one of these, you're in luck. And if you don't, it's so easy. ConvertKit, that's my jam. So that's what I talk about, has a free option for free 99. So you know that my other title is that I'm the queen of free 99, honey. So their deliverability rate is amazing. And their customer service is like beyond. So I'm going to add the link to that as well for you, just so that you can check them out, right? Because it doesn't hurt to check out something that's free. And then this is where you would add your scripts for your registration pages, your thank you pages, and your watch pages. So I'm going to hit save just in case anything changed in there. And then we're going to hit complete. And that is how you have your webinar set up in a matter of minutes. Now, I usually use my business page on Facebook to broadcast my webinars because Facebook and Eventbrite work together. So I've created an Eventbrite option for my webinar on Webinarkit. And so what I did was I created a landing page on Eventbrite that populates and is connected to my business page. So if you go to my business page, the EbonyBizDiva on Facebook, and you click on events, these are all of my events that I have set up. These are the past events that I've had set up on Webinarkit in the past. But this is the upcoming one. As you can see, there's one that's coming up on in a few days, and it's how to convert your videos into automated trainings. Surprise. So if you go and you click on it, it will tell you that these are the days and the options that you can sign up for it. And when you sign up for it on Webinarkit, on Eventbrite, I'm sorry. So you'll just simply select the date that you are interested in, right? And then you'll see get tickets. And it won't allow me to get tickets because I'm the organizer. So when you go into your Eventbrite, let's see if we can open that up. I'll be right back. All righty, we are back. So this is my actual event on Eventbrite. And let's see if we can just view the event and what it looks like. So I created the same webinar that I built on Webinarkit. I took the video, I uploaded it onto my YouTube, placed it under unlisted, and populated it into my Webinarkit. Now I also did the same thing by adding an Eventbrite to the mix. And the reason why is because Eventbrite is a free way to advertise your products and services. People use Eventbrite to gain more knowledge about trainings. And so if you're an educator or if you have something to offer that's of value, it's definitely a platform that you want to utilize. So inside of Eventbrite, this is where you will go. So when you find me on the Facebook or Eventbrite streets, you get this page and you get access to it, right? And you get to select the date. When you get to select the date, it's going to take you to all of these options and you select the date that works for you in your training, right? For your time. So we're going to click here. It's a free training and you go ahead and you register. And then after you register for that, I will get an email that lets me know that you registered with your information, and you will get an email confirmation that has the link to view the training. And the link that you receive will be the webinar kit. Too easy. Too easy. Now, I want to go back to my Facebook, because also if you just happen to land on my Facebook and you click on events, then you're going to see that I have events for you. And this is where I store all of my free events. And the reason why I store my, let's go back. And the reason why I store all of my free events on Eventbrite is because it automatically populates onto my Facebook business page. I have a tab on each of my social media outlets that showcases that I host free webinars weekly, right? I don't have to update that. If anybody wants to catch a free webinar that I offer, they can click the link and it will take them directly to my Facebook business events page where they can see the events that I have populated. So it saves me time in having to always update that link with what the trainings are. The Eventbrite automatically populates it and gives the offerings and updates it as I go. So I hope that you have learned a little bit about how we can really optimize Webinarkit. Like, I really wanted to show you all of the strategic ways that you can optimize Webinarkit so that you can use this to give your brand more visibility, to get more people signing up. Now, let me tell you this. Not only are we selling whatever the product and the services that we are trying to sell using our videos to get people to sign up, we are building our email list, right? Because remember, Webinarkit connects to your email CRM, and Eventbrite is going to send you an email and let you know exactly what it is as well. So look, honey bunches of oats, $67, one-time payment. That's it. In these internet streets, upload all the videos, webinars that your heart decides to give. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And let me also show you the back end. I forgot. If you want to just simply give someone the link to your video, right? And not have them sign up for it. Maybe it's a client or a group that you're working with and you just want them to sign up for it. They're already on your list, right? Then you just click this link tab and it will give you these external links to give out, right? So there's the registration link. This is the watch room link, right? So this is where if there's actually a live stream going on of a replay of my video, I can go into the watch room and I can respond to the questions that people are saying in real time. There's a replay link and then there's the control room link. So there's so much that you can do with this, right? I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you because I've been using this to capacity and I have been getting eyes on my products to capacity. And not only that, people that are clicking on it and kind of looking at it, I'm following them around because my pixel picked them up. So it's a really great way for you to kind of stay in the forefront of a potential ideal client who hasn't made up their mind yet that they really want what you have to offer, but you're going to keep popping up and showing them that they really do and help them make the decision to join your email list, to watch your webinar at whatever time is convenient for them, right? Alrighty, it's your girl Paula Marie, aka the Ebony Biz Diva. You have the link to sign up. So make sure you sign up and create your own webinar experience, right? Create your own tribe that's true to what you offer and the gifts that you have to give, right? And generate more sales, right? Live the life that you're destined to live. All right. I'll see you later in these internet streets.
I'm going through a summer right now. Okay, so I'm looking at your boards. Look at you. You've got 14,000 people already
Yeah.
in 3 weeks looking at your stuff.
Yeah,
What?
right?
What? That's
Right?
why.
Not
Now,
bad.
this is why I wanted to look at your pins and your boards and your accounts. I wanted you to see the magic, the followers on Pinterest. Now, this is a great lesson. We get so caught up on followers on social media, right?
Yes.
But on Pinterest, which is not, this is a search engine. This has nothing to do with social media. So you,
Yeah.
in terms of Pinterest, followers really don't matter. It's how many pins that, or how many times Pinterest has pushed your pins in front of people. They have put your pins in front of 14,000 people and the month ain't even over.
Yeah, right?
Girl, bye. That's a testimony. What? I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna share this inside the group because everybody needs to know about this right here. Everybody,
I mean, and imagine if the better I get at my pins, the more of the keywords I use, the more I understand it, the better it will get. But I'm finally getting to understand it. So I appreciate your patience.
oh
I
yeah,
really appreciate